Yeah, book is available. In your library you have. Take a book.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, all those that are invisible are filled by Brahman. All those that are visible are also fully permeated by Brahman. The whole universe has come out of the whole Brahman. Brahman is still full, although the whole universe has come out of it. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are on the reading of Shwetashwatara Upanishad. We read the other day beautiful verses which are wonderful assets for our spiritual life to meditate and think of them. So we read the verse, some talking about the Atman, which is all pervaded, and how to meditate upon him. So it described us that it is Mahan, the self is indeed mighty, and it is Satyasya Eka Pravartaka, imperishable internal light that controls everything. He guides the intellect of all beings so as to enable them to gain the extremely pure state. So, that Lord God who is everywhere, why not sit in one side? Then see in such a way that I can see all the faces. Yeah, sit in the. See? Mhm. So, so to how to think of him, that spiritual, that Brahmana, that Atman, who is to be found everywhere. How? We read these verses that his every eyes are his eyes. His head, every head is his head. Every neck is his neck. And he is at the same time sitting in the cave of the heart. And yet he pervades everywhere. It is all auspiciousness. It's all benevolent. And that is the reality which promotes us. That is the imperishable light that controls everything, and it guides our intellect. We think that we are thinking, and it's not we are thinking, it is the Lord God who guides the intellect. He gives that idea, and that is the Jyoti, it is the essential source of all light. And we read the 14 verses and 15 verses. They are beautiful verses. It's a very often quoted and the best verse of the this Shwetashwatara Upanishad. Sahasro Sirsa Purushaha. That Purusha, that consciousness. He is Sahasro. Sahasra means thousand. But here Sahasra does not mean thousand. It indicates infinite. Infinite is his head. Sahasra Sirsha Purusha. Infinite are the eyes. Sahasra Akshi. It is his eyes. So it is a fantastic object of meditation. Quietly one can think, even in the hustle and bustle of life, one can feel the presence of this Brahman consciousness can be awakened. Looking at Every eyes to think a little bit who is shining through that. It is his light. Every head is Sahasrashish, all to the whole universe is permeated by it. Sahasrakshi, Sahasrapat, all the millions, all the infinite number of feet. It is he who walks on the millions of feet. And also, so Bhuming Vishwatu Vritva, he permeates this earth in every nooks and corners of everything. At the same time, it is not finished here. Attatishtat Rasangulam, it resides in this realm which is high, beyond all this expression. So he is in the expression, he is which is unexpressed. He is in the duality, he is beyond the duality. So this is a grand idea of thinking about the Atman, that infinite being which has thousands or millions of heads, millions of eyes, and millions of feet, and enveloping the whole universe on all sides, it exists beyond. These are just to sit down and to contemplate, contemplate, contemplate. These verses are so profound. Superficial reading will not give any uh, idea what it contains. And then 15th verse also we read the other day. Purusha evo idagam sarvam. Idagam sarvam, whatever I am seeing, all these, whatever is visible. Idam means this, whatever you say, this, as objectifying anything. Purusham eva, it is all Purusham, it is consciousness, it is that absolute. Yad bhutam, which bhutam is which already was there, created, already created, bhutam. Jacha bhavyam, which will be generated next. It is not yet created yet. So that which is created, that which will be created or come into existence later on, jat bhutam jacha bhavyam, all are uta, all are uta amritatta seshan. It is the form of objective universe, the ishano, amritatta, it is immortality. So that which is, and that which was, and that which is yet to be, all this is nothing but this infinite being, Purusha Vedana. So just sit down to meditate like that. Whatever we see, whatever we feel, whatever we think about that, which was, which is now, which has been destroyed, which was before, which was yet to come, it permeates that all is nothing but this infinite being. And though he grows beyond his own nature into the form of the objective universe, he still remains the Lord of the immortality. Though he grows beyond his own nature, he grows means appears to have form and qualities which are opposed to his real nature. Because Satchidananda nature is infinite, absolute consciousness and existence. No? But it appears to have form. It is not, it is beyond form. It is all Satchidananda, but appears like this duality. So it is said that it is grows beyond it, is the meaning here. What grows? That which grows as name and form. Though it cannot manifest anything, it is the one reality, and it say population is growing, you say. Something growing. But it is all whatever it grows, whatever it does not grow, it is in the same or infinite consciousness. So growth is a expression of duality. The absolute manifesting as duality. So whatever is that duality, though it is Satchidananda, but it appears to grow. And and into the form of the objective universe. It forms into this objective universe, what we are seeing, it appears like that. That means in the technical language of the Vedas, it stands for the universe, which is the object of enjoyment for the one eternal subject. So it is all for the enjoyment of the eternal. Why this creation? It is for the enjoyment of the witness. Witness consciousness, we call about, is for his pleasure to watch. It is he watching everything. He himself become two, split into two, observer and observed. There is not two reality ultimately, but due to this Maya or this type of concept, it appears to be two, subjective and objective. So we read that verse. Here, so Purusha eva idam. Idam means what is in the present, what was in the past, and what is coming to be. Sarvam, all these are Purusha eva, is only Purusha, the consciousness. And moreover, Amritasya Ishana, it is the immortality, the giver of the immortality, that which grows by food. That means now 16 verse talks about furthermore. Another, the same idea has been expressed furthermore. Sarvata pani padam tat, sarvata pani padam tat, sarvato vakshi shiro mukham, sarvata vakshi shiro mukham, sarvata shrutim mat loke, sarvata shruti loke, sarvam avritta tishtati, sarvam avritta tishtati, sarvata panipadam tat, sarvata panipadam tat, sarvato vakshi shiro mukham, sarvato vakshi shiro mukham, sarvata shrutimat loke, sarvata shrutimat loke, sarvam avritta tishtati, sarvam avritta tishtati, sarvata panipadam tat. Sarvata means everywhere. Everywhere is hand and feet. Sarvato Akshi, everywhere is eyes. Everywhere is Akshi Shiro, head, face. Sarvato Sutimatloke, all the ears. He hears with all the ears. And he Sarvam Avritta Tishtati. Everything he permeates. He permeates everything in existence. What a grand idea. Sarvata means everywhere, but some people explain it as all in every direction. Anyhow, the way whatever the meaning may be accepted, it means that in every part and everywhere what you see, it is that reality. That means whatever you see, anywhere you see any hand, feet, eyes, ears, nose, it is the one absolute Satchidananda. Very high pitch idea. Bhagavad Gita in the 13th chapter, she has mentioned this verse itself, like that same idea is there, that Brahman is beyond all upadhi, but Brahman can be found in this rupa form. Apani pado javano grahita Uh, they say he has no hand, he has no feet, but he works through all the hand. He has no feet, he walks through all the feet. What this idea? Very poetic idea. He walks through, though he has no hand. Satchidananda has hand. Satchidananda Brahman have a hand. No, but he walks through all the hand, walks through all the hands. He has no feet, but he walks through all the feet. Uh, Wonderful. Apani Pado. Though he has no hand, no feet, but see, he walks and works through all this. And he has Jabano Grahita. He has kept everything intact. Everything is held in order. Like the gravitational pull is holding everything. So he is holding everything in order. Pashyati achakshu. He sees, no eyes. He hears with no ear. What does it? Why these contradictory words? That is the real nature of Brahman. When you see from the absolute perspective, there is no ear, no eyes, no head, nothing. When you see in the one step down in Saguna aspect, you see all these things, but know that it is nothing but that Satchidananda. As a transcendental and immanent both aspects, you see that Satchidananda is the only reality. Feel it. So you cannot only indicate that it is Satchidananda. Then what about this? Ramakrishna said, if you say the bell fruit does not, bell fruit means only the essentially bell, which is eatable. But there is skin also, there's shell also, there's what is called the seeds are there. Will you add all those things to make the whole bell? You cannot say this is essential. Essential is Satchidananda. If you say Brahman is Satchidananda, then your task is done. But what about the universe? We are concerned in this universe because we deal with this world, and I am a part of this world. So how can I relate to that which is beyond? That's why it is said they are called in the two lakshana has been Sarupa Lakshan and Tatastha Lakshan. It's a technical term in Vedanta. Swarupa Lakshan, what is the essential nature? Essential nature, you point out like this, thou art that. So Swarupa হচ্ছে Satchidananda. You are Satchidananda. But Tatastha Lakshan, as I see you as appearing as a human being, that will be the Tatastha Lakshan. So Tatastha Lakshan and Swarupa Lakshan, we try to say Tatastha, pointing out some object, indicate that what is beyond. So Tatastha Lakshan takes us to the Swarupa Lakshan. Understand these two words? Swarupa means Swarupa, your essential nature. So essential nature is Satchidananda. But it's a theory. I do not know what is that. I see you as a human being. But that is the thought. Thought means the, what do you call that? A beach. You can say the beach. Standing on the beach, you are swimming towards the beach, that is the ocean. And when you merge into the ocean, then that's called Sarupa. Then the thought that the beach is no more there. Similarly, when I'm pointing out or looking at the whole universe, I see this relative existence. But the Tatastha Lakshan, we say, looking at that, how to look? Look at him as the Swarupa, essential nature is Satchidananda nature. So that's why these two verses are saying that it is to every eyes you are seeing that he has no hand really. If his hand is there, he will be limited. We have hand, but we are limited. We have legs, we have limited. We have eyes, we can see only limited thing. Yeah, but he has no eyes, but he sees everything. That's called the eternal witness. Witness, the subject is a Drig Drisha Vivek. You are all reading some all the books of Sarva Priyananda Swami. Drig Drisha Vivek. Observer observed. So that eternal observer, Drashta, he sees everything, but he has no eyes. What is that? He works to every hand, but he has no hand of his own. So this is the way you have to think. When you see any action done, you have to see what is the action behind, who is the source of that power. That is the Satchidananda power. That's why these two words has no contradiction. One is a Sarupa Lakshana, which means you are Satchidananda. And when you say it is the eyes, ears, which is Saguna. But Saguna is nothing but Nirguna. Nirguna is the ultimate truth. Only Saguna seen with a little difference because of the Maya. Then we are in Maya, so we have to go back to our home through this process of seeing the objective universe, but thinking it is nothing but that Satchidananda. So, what this ordinary eyes, ears, hand, feet, we work through that. They are all manifestation of some power. But those power is jara, matter, material power, material energy. But what is the power behind this power? That is the Satchidananda power. That is called the consciousness. Consciousness is the background, and this is the expression of that. Therefore, Shwetashwatara mantra just says that Sarvata means here infinite number. So you have to understand in infinite ways the world is manifested, and it is his expression only. He remaining unchanged. He remaining unchanged, we see the changes everywhere. With hands and feet everywhere, with heads and mouths everywhere, with ears everywhere, that exists, pervading everything in this universe. Okay, here it says, the Lord has his hands and feet everywhere, his eyes, heads, and faces everywhere, his ears everywhere. He is in all being, he is all embracing. In the previous verse, Upanishad described Brahman as the Lord of time, yet beyond time. Now it is saying that he is also beyond space. Vedanta says that time and space are mere postulates. You imagine that there is such a thing as time or space, but Brahman, the supreme reality, is beyond time and beyond space. This Brahman is everywhere, he feels everything. So it's a very simple translation has been given that it is uh, Brahman is beyond time and Brahman is also beyond space. In the space, what we see the duality, but in essential it is that absolute non-dual reality. And also now comes the another verse, 17th verse. Sarvendriyo gunabhasam, sarvendriyo gunabhasam, sarvendriyo vivarjitam, sarvendriyo vivarjitam. Sarvasya prabhum ishana, sarvasya prabhum ishana, sarvasya sharanam briyat, sarvasya sharanam briyat. Sarvendriyo gunabhasam, sarvendriyo gunabhasam, sarvendriyo vivarjitam, sarvendriyo vivarjitam. Sarvasya prabhumishanam, sarvasya prabhumishanam, sarvasya sharanam briyat, sarvasya sharanam briyat. Sarvendriyo vivarjitam. Brahman is beyond having no sense organs. Sarva Indriya, Indriya are the senses. What are the senses? Five senses. eyes, ear, nose, throat, etc. These are the senses. And Sarva Indriya Vivarjita, he is beyond all these senses. It is too limited to see the universe manifested through the senses. Having no sense organ. Sarvendriya Guna Abhasam, the Purusha is able to make the senses organ do their work. Who is making these eyes to see? That is the consciousness behind. Who is making the ears to hear? In the Kena Upanishad, this has been clearly mentioned. Kene shitam preshitam patati manaha. Guided by whom? Driven by which forces? Our mind falls in the objective universe. Our eyes go to see. Our ears are driven to hear. Our tongue, touch, all the senses are functioning. What is the guiding force behind? Say that is the question has been raised in Kena Upanishad. Here is the sense, the same. So it is having no sense organs. He has no sense organs, but he sees, experiences all object to the sense, all the sense organs in the universe. Like Nirguna Gunamaya. Nirguna Gunamaya. Sarvendriyo Guno Avhasam is able to make the sense organs do their work. Avhasam means everything is revealed through the senses, no? I am seeing you through my eyes, I am hearing through the ear. So all the senses are active. And through these actions, we are getting knowledge. But that is the driving force behind everyone. But though he is beyond, though he cannot be limited within the parameters of our sense perception, but he is the guiding force behind all our perceptions. Sarvasya Eta Prabhu, he is the Lord, Master, and the controller of all. Sarvasya Saranam Brihat is the great support of everyone. So, though he himself has no sense organs, he makes all sense organs work. He is the master and controller of everyone. He is the great support of all. He supports everything and he controls and guides everyone. So, see, again, we were reading in the Bhagavad, we see how it is, all the spiritual teachings are the same. In Bhagavad, we are seeing that we are nothing, God does everything. No? So we should not be angry with anyone. That is it. It comes, it is all God is doing, God's Leela. Here is the same idea. It is the one absolute consciousness, seeing through all organs, acting with each other. The power is, it is only that divine consciousness. One consciousness is responsible for all these experiences. So that real nature is actually beyond all sense organs, but that reality makes all the sense organs work. That consciousness is the master and controller of everyone, and also he supports everything. That means how to give the idea. We are so limited in our knowledge and perception. It does not enter into our brain. That how that absolute infinite can be finite. And there is no finite on anything but that God, 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 God. How to bring into the awareness when you are feeling to the senses, seeing through the eyes, hearing to the ear, everything is only one reality, that is consciousness. Brahman is pure consciousness. It is formless, nameless, and without any quality. It is one without a second and is the source of everything. All that exists because of Brahman. The poets also sing that song. तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया जो कुछ है सो तू ही है. Whatever is there, तुझसे हमने you, O Lord, and me. Dil ko lagaya. Heart to heart connection when it happens. I am separate, you are separate. God, you are separate, I am separate. All duality going on. But when तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया, the heart, when they unite together, जो कुछ है सो तुम ही है. Whatever is there, it is only you. There is nothing else but you. I am forgetting the lines, beautiful lines. Swami Vivekananda used to sing this song. In what you see in the sky and what you see in the ground is all permeated by one, that consciousness. That is the reality. So here it is said all that exists exists because of Brahman. Everything is there because of Brahman. The ocean is there, that's why all the waves and ripples are there, is it not? Waves and ripples are the creation. That unchanged ocean is beyond. How much ocean water is calm and serene, and how much water quantity of water is rippled and bubbled. Only a little fraction, no? On the surface, only the ocean water makes these waves and ripples. And depth, go to the depth of the ocean. As much deep you go, calm, perfectly calm, undisturbed. In our reality is that infinite calmness and serenity is behind. And on the surface only, nature. It says, तुझसे हमने दिल को लगाया जो कुछ है सो तू ही है एक तुझको अपना पाया जो कुछ है से तू ही है सबसे सबके मकान दिल का मकीन तू कौन सा दिल जिसमें तू नहीं हर एक दिल में तू ही समाया जो कुछ है सो तू ही है हाँ कि ब्यूटीफुल वेरी ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग ये एक तुझके अपना पाया जो कुछ है only I got you only one and you are everything you are the only reality हर एक दिल में तू ही समाया in every heart you are sitting in the heart of all जो कुछ है सो तू ही है क्या मलायक क्या इंसान क्या हिंदू क्या मुसलमान जैसे चाहा तुम तुम्हें ने बनाया जो कुछ है and what is Hindu what is Muslim what is distinction everything is you where is distinction in that सोचा समझा देखा भाला तुम जैसे कोई न ढूंढा निकाला अब जे समझ में जाकर जफर के आया जो कुछ है so what to understand what not to understand all this duality is useless I know in the Jafar who wrote this Jafar के आया जो कुछ है सो तू ही है whatever you are only the reality. See, in Hindu scriptures, Hindu songs, this high spiritual truth is given in such a way. Then in the song, you can just merge into the music itself and can feel and this mantra is explained very well. So, if you take Brahman away, nothing exists. As I say, you take the ocean away, and where will be the ripples and bubbles? Waves, ripples, bubbles, you go, infinite number of waves, ripples, infinite number of creation, human, subhuman, and bacterial world, animal world. But this exists because of the ocean exists. Because Brahman is there, that's why the creation is there. That's why Yatta Tishtad Dasangulam, he says, it resides that reality is beyond this 10 qubit, that means this duality, transcending duality, there is the reality. So Sri Ramakrishna used to say, if you write the number 1 and add a 0 to it, you have the figure 10. Add another 0, the figure becomes 100. And if you add more zeros, the figure keeps increasing. But take away the 1 and the zeros add up to nothing. So If Satchidananda Brahman is not there, nothing can exist. But because of that existence, all names and forms are bubbling up on the surface of the ocean of consciousness. Just ocean is a very good idea of thinking about this creation and the uncreate world. Infinite potential is there in the ocean, but on the surface, little bit. Surface is surface ripple, surface the bubbles forms are not separate from ocean. It is ocean only. When it is you are making a distinctive name only. That's why it is called Satchidananda plus name and form is the world. What is this world? The world is Satchidananda plus name and form. You take out the name and form, it is water, 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 water. You say bubble, okay, don't give the name bubble. Look at that, it is water. It's foam, it's nothing but water. Take out the name and take out the how it looks. So name and form, if you take out, it remains Satchidananda. With name and form, we see you. But if the name and form has gone, it is the Satchidananda Sarupa. So, and it says Ramakrishna said, that's why the zero, the world is so many zeros. No. And ultimately, nothing is real here. We are real how many years? How long you live here? I am real here how many years? So long I don't die. And after death, everything is real here. How long? When it dies, then it's gone. But all these realities are based on the ground of oneness. That's why one means the divine or God, zero means this added world. In the world we live, there are ultimately meaningless things, but it has its existence and value. It grows value to the value. One behind, then one zero is 10, two zero is 100, three zero is 1000. It goes on increasing the value because one is there, so the zeros are getting values. Otherwise, wipe out one and the zeros are all zeros, no value. As world, it does not exist. As God, it exists. And not only it exists, it has its beauty, it has its charm, it has its divine play. It is the one and it is from Brahman that everything has emerged. Brahman supports everything. And again, everything finally merges back into Brahman. Brahman does nothing, yet it is Brahman that makes things happen. Ocean does not do anything, ocean is there. But ocean makes the waves possible. Similarly, Satchidananda ocean is unchanging reality. Because of that, this world appearance came out. Brahman does nothing, yet it is Brahman that makes things happen. Sri Ramakrishna used to give the example of a magnet and iron filings. The magnet does nothing, yet the iron filings all run towards it. The Upanishad says here that Brahman has no organs, yet it appears as the organs that exists. Imagine Brahman as the supreme being, the master, the Lord, the final authority. The idea is that he does not act. He works through all of us because he is our innermost being. He does not work. Brahman does not do anything. But he works to us means when we are Saguna Brahma, then that work comes. Katha Upanishad says that embodied self is the master of the chariot, and the sense organs are the horses. The self within commands the source senses to work, and they work. He is behind everything. So it appears that he is working, but in reality, he is the master and controller. Hmm? So, so they realize, 17 verse, they realize him as shining by the functions of all the senses. Yet without the senses, as the Lord of all, he is the ruler of all, he is the refuge of all, and the friend of all. So, what did we get in these two verses? We get that in everything we see, it is permeated by Satchidananda Brahman. He shining, everything shines. The eyes cannot see, he is the inmost light of the eye. And it is he seeing through these eyes. I am thinking, I am seeing. I, the body mind complex, thinking that I see. But I have no existence. It is only Brahman as the existence. Brahman as the reality. So it says that it is everything is the foundation, on the foundation of Brahman, this this duality, the world of reality has come. It has no permanent existence of its own. Because of Satchidananda, it appears that Satchidananda consciousness permeates everywhere, and that's the agency through which I see, through the agency I see the object and here. Both, it is object is subject, object, all one, but I see through this same, to the organs of our perception. Now, now the verse number 18. Let me see what, here anything has been said. So that this verse said, what we read just now, that this it is trying to remind us again and again that Brahma Chaitanya, that consciousness of Brahman, that is the source. Its impact manifests to the mind, intellect, eyes, ears, and all the senses, hand, feet, etc., and mind. The it appears all conscious because of the consciousness of that Nirguna Brahman, which is behind the body and mind. He is witness consciousness, only reality, and also beyond all qualities of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Sakshi, Cheta, Kevalo, Nirgunascha. Very good object of meditation. If there is no matter, how can we think of Brahman? Then how to see this world? You see the world as the manifestation of that Brahman. So there is a sun's rays. If you want to catch it, you need an objective world. So therefore, a wall or a floor or in the screen, it should be reflected upon that. That's why we can create the idea of the objective world. Similarly, in all object, that only one consciousness is being filled, like a piece of um, uh, a piece of iron. If you put into the fire, then you heat it, then you see that that iron, piece of iron, has become fire, full of fire and red color. So this red color and the objective material object has become one. Similarly, the consciousness, the fire, permeates to any objective universe that makes it appear like it is conscious. You are conscious because that consciousness permeates to the body and mind. That's why we say when one dies, what happens? That connection goes away. So this just example is very good to understand. Suppose you put a piece of iron in a burning fire. After some time, you'll find the color of the fire has been injected into the piece of iron. That piece of iron will appear to be self-some reality. It is hot. It is no hot. Heat is the nature of Satchidananda, the fire. So fire is behind all of us. So long that fire is unseen, manifesting to the ego, to the buddhi, to the mind, to the senses, then senses are working. I see this is no glory, this is the heat entering into the piece of iron, Satchidananda entering to the body, mind, intellect, ego, and the sense organs, giving me the perception. So our seeing is not our power, it is the seeing the power of Brahman or power of Atman. Now, so 18 verse will read and end. Navadvare pure dehi, Navadvare pure dehi, Hangsho lelayate bahihi, Hangsho lelayate bahui. Bushi sarvasya lokasya, Bushi sarvasya lokasya, Sthavarasya charasya cha, Sthavarasya charasya cha, Navadvare pure dehi, Navadvare pure dehi, Hangsho lelayate vahi, Hangsho lelayate vahi. Bushi sarvasya lokasya, Bushi sarvasya lokasya, Sthavarasya charasya cha, Sthavarasya charasya cha. What sthavarasya means? Sthavar means which does not move, like the trees, plants, etc. Charasya means which can walk, which can move. That means the animal world, human beings. Sarvasya lokasya. He is the Lord, the Satchidananda. He is the Lord, Sabosi. He is the controller. Sarvasya lokasya, sthavarasya charasya, which is does not move and which moves. The sea, he is the Lord of the universe, which is moving and non-moving. Charasya. And but he is residing where? As a Dehi, as the Lord of the universe, as the owner of the body. As if the Lord God, we say God sits in the heart of all. Dehi means he who thinks that is my body. That Dehi resides in this body. And this body is what? Is the nine apertures. Nine apertures, two eyes, two ears, two nose, six, seven, navel, eight, and excretion, or 10. So there is 10, ninefold exit house in which the Jivatma resides here. So, but he appears to be lively because of the consciousness behind. Lelayate Bohi.
There are questions.
Now it is useful. So it says the cosmic self is the Lord of the whole world with all its moving and non moving objects. This cosmic self assumes a body with nine openings and becomes an individual self. It then gets involved in the external world. So it's giving an idea. The cosmic self is the Lord and of the whole world, which is moving and non moving. But this cosmic self assumes these bodies, infinite number of bodies, and this body, each body has nine apertures, nine openings, And nine openings, as I said, two to four to six, seven, and two bottom, eight and nine. So these are the nine openings, but he resides in the heart of all as an individual self. It then gets involved, and when it sits there, then that person, as I, as you, get involved into the activities of the life. Huh? A dead body, when the nine aperture is there, but the owner of the house is not here, he goes out, it becomes dead. But when he is here, through this body, he eats, we eat, we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, we enjoy the entire world. So it is the consciousness entering into the individual body of nine apertures, and they assume the individual person, and then through the eyes, through the ears, the individual is experiencing the world of duality. The self called is a hangsha. We often we often find the word hangsha used in the tantras also. Literally, it means swan. According to Shankara, he who destroys is a hangsha. Hanti ya sa hangsha. Hanti means kills, destroys, or dispels. What this destruction? Destruction of the ignorance. Just as only light can dispel darkness, so also only knowledge can dispel ignorance. What kind of knowledge? Not the knowledge you derive from sense experience. We are ignorant about our identity, about who we are. So true knowledge is that which reveals it our own real nature. The Upanishad again and again says that all our troubles come from the fact that we do not know who we are. We identify ourselves with our bodies and minds, and we naturally think we are puny, weak, helpless individuals dependent on so many external factors. But our real self is independent, supreme. When we attain self knowledge, our ignorance is destroyed and we are free. Okay, so we end here. We'll read this verse again, 18 verse again. Apani padu javano grahita. Beautiful. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu. So tomorrow there will be gospel class, and I will be there at 7:30. Tomorrow 7:30 gospel class. Some question naturally. If my true nature is Satchidananda, then why do I need Upanishads, Japa and Yoga to know my very nature? It makes no sense. Why is it not just natural for me to know I am that? Yeah, very good. That's why it is said for God, you don't have to do nothing for knowing who you are. Only forget what you are not. Who you are, you do not know because you are thinking, this is me. Just analyze and get out of this me. I am not the body, not the mind, not the intellect, not the ego. Just discard. You do not have to do any sadhana. What sadhana? That's why Vedanta student has no practice to do. Only day and night they say Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Naham Deho, Naham Deho. Mano Buddhi Chitta Hankarani Naham. I am not the body, not the mind, not the intellect. That is the sadhana with Vedanta student. Strongly they are established in that. They don't need to do anything. It is not like taking a Ganga or deep in the Ganga, chanting the mantra Om Bhurvasha, this. No chanting, nothing necessary. Only discard what you are not. You are thinking you are body. Say you are not. Analyze. The body changes. You cannot be body. Mind changes. You cannot be mind. In time, everything is changing. How can you identify that I am this? Which I am you are talking about? The body of today or body of 10 years before or 20 years before or 30 years before? Which body you are talking about? So you cannot say I am body. By the time you say the body, body has changed again. Tomorrow it will be different. So say I am not the body. You take out that problem and then say I am not the mind. Mind is so flickering. Now it's like a baby. Very happy, ha ha ha. Now next moment, ha ha ha. Started crying and weeping and sobbing. It's like that. This moment happy, this moment unhappy. It is all changing all the moment. So I cannot be the mind. I am the just discard. Then what will remain? That will remain. You need not have to find God anywhere. God is here and now. Only say what is not. Drive out those negativities. That is the Vedanta sadhana. That's why if my true nature is Satchidananda, then why do I need the Upanishad? We don't need the Upanishad. We don't need japa. We don't need yoga. Nothing is necessary. You are that. That's a very high stand. But I pinch you, then you will say, then you are not Satchidananda. You are Satchidananda. But you are identifying with the body. That's a body, we little pinching the body, I cry out. I think I am the body. When someone will pinch and you will not feel any such pain, then you know that you are not the body. Similarly, someone tells you something praiseworthy word, you become very happy and jump in the air. And someone says, hey, you are an idiot, then you go into just destruction. So say, no, I am not. I neither praise, neither blame. I am not the mind. It is the function of the mind. Stay boldly, say, get out. Then you see your nature is shining inside all the time. So this is the point. Actually, for Vedanta, no sadhana is necessary. Vedantic sadhana is not like doing japa, going to holy places of pilgrimage, nothing. I told you many times one story that I was in one time in Uttar Kashi and we want to see a holy man. And that holy man was Gyani. He is a knower of Brahma Jnana in the path, following the path of Vedanta. And we went and I went there with another Swami. And then we saluted the Swami. He is a big guy sitting, but nothing in his position, only one kopinam, that's all. On the bank of Ganga, sitting in a stone. And we approached Swami, kuch to bataiye, please tell us something. And then he started saying, Suraj nahi hai, Chandrama nahi hai. There is no sun, there is no moon, there is no earth, there is no heaven. And continuously it started talking like that. Bas, that is his Vedanta. I'm not the body, not the sun, not the moon, not the earth, not the Ganga, not you, not human, nothing, nothing, nothing. I am that, I am that. That's the sadhana. He does not go to do any japa tapa mantra. Aham brahmasmi. They say negation is the sadhana. Not this, not this, not this. What you are, it will automatically shine forth. If you remove the obstacles, then the thing will shine in its own nature. If one thing is covered by some other layers of ignorance, layers of covering, that's a panchakosa vichar. We peel off the coverings one by one. And what will remain? The sun is shining inside all the time. So to get that shining light, you do not need to do anything. Only to remove the obstacle that you are doing sadhana. Vedanta says, no sadhana is necessary, no spiritual practice is necessary. Only to say which is obstacle to your knowledge, that is your identification with this world, with your own body, with your own mind, with your own emotions, with your own understanding, with your own ego. Get out, get out, get out. And this moment you can do, you are that. So you don't need any sadhana. But to go there, to make the mind understand this, we do japa, we do take Ganga water, we do mantra japa, we pray to, oh Lord, please help me, help me. All to purification of the mind. So spiritual life is nothing but purification of the mind. When mind will be pure, Suddha Man, Suddha Buddhi, Suddha Atma, act. Ramakrishna said. It will be one. Pure mind, pure intellect, pure Brahman are all same. But we are impure mind, clouded mind is impure mind, and that is showing me the world. We see the negativity in the world because the world is in my mind. A child has a mind, but then that mind is not polluted like us. He does not see anything wrong in the world. You give a knife, he can put it in his mouth, thinking it is an eatable item. But as for us, we know it is a knife. You cut your finger, someone is lovingly going to take the baby, baby will be smiling to him. Someone may be a violent person coming, he does not know. He will smile the same way because he has no connection with the world. No, he has not. Mind has not been polluted. Of course, it is a undeveloped mind, but Brahmagyanis mind will be most saturated mind, but is free from all delusion and complexities and pure mind. That's the pure mind. Pure mind, to establish to that point, we need japa, meditation, prayer, shastra, Upanishad, Gita, Bhagavat. All these are necessary for our spiritual growth. Second question, it is said consciousness is a unity, which means that all senses of all human existence is contained in Satchidananda. How then does Brahman illuminate form, and what exactly is self-luminosity? Self-luminosity, it is when you are asking that how then does Brahman illuminate form, that means forms are coming out of what? Because of Maya, forms are coming out. There is no form, there is no name. Maya creates forms and names and forms. So to destroy that, we have to meditate on the light effulgent, which is unchanging. So self-luminosity is always there, but the senses, the illumination, when you use the word illumination, there should be one illuminator, one object to be illumined, and illumination. Three things should be there. Illuminator, the sun, illumining object, and the rays of light to connect them. So three are necessary. But when you are this, that sun is self-luminous always. The object may be there, and object may not be there. When object is there, we call the dual world in which we are talking to you. You are seeing me, I am seeing you. That's why it is reflected how it connects with this object. The subject connects with the object through the lens of mind. Therefore, mind is the question which is clouded, creates trouble. As in today, the sun was, we didn't see sun much. But was sun there or not? Sun was there, is there, will be there. Self-luminous. But its manifestation or shining depends on how much cloud is there, how much clarity is there, what surface it falls upon. It falls in one way, in a wall of piece of wall, and in a mirror, it reflects differently. So shining nature, self-luminous, is all the time there. You can see that even when the sun rises, if you watch, observe, you look at the trees. The night time now you go and look at the trees, how dark it looks, no? The same leaves, when the sun's rays fall upon that, it is a reflected light. See how beautiful are they. Hmm? You cannot imagine even that the leaves are so sweet and soft. But when the early morning sun's rays touch the trees, no, you see the leaves are shining like that. That is but that shining is not leaf's own capacity. It is the reflected light of the self-luminous sun. Put self-luminous sun as our real nature, reflected on the object. That's why it is becoming shining. He shining, everything shines. Tasya. And another, when we say, I am not the body, I am not the mind, are we not escaping the world and its affairs? No, no. Why escaping? You understand the world in its real sense. Escaping means what? It is not real. How can it be real? What you thought as real when you were 10 years girl, and do you think the same thing as real today? How can we keep a check and see if we are avoiding the world, body, mind in the name of spirituality? No, no, no. We are not avoiding, but rather we are understanding. When I am saying I am not the body, I am not avoiding it. I am trying, really, am I the body? Or I am talking a changes of the body and giving the name I am the body. As like a fan, example of is fast moving fan blades in the hot summer. The blades are there, three blade or four blades are there. In high speed, you see there is no blade. It is like that. The appearance, the body is not permanent. To understand that is a reality. We need that. Whatever you are thinking as real is not real. So to understand that is a meaningful thing. Otherwise, you will be always in ignorance and darkness. So it is not avoiding the world. Vedanta does not avoid. You see that Ramakrishna mission is working in the field of health, education, all this relief, etc., etc. in India. Tremendous work is going on. Are they avoiding the world? Are we avoiding the world? Then we are giving the class. If we avoid the avoid the really world, then there is no need of studying the book. Who is studying? For whom is studying? What is my need? What is your need? There is no need. No, we accept the world, but to understand is world as we see is that or something else? Is the world true or is it a changeable thing you are giving a name that is permanent? A baby is born, after sometimes we say, oh, he has become so big. I have not seen you for 1 year. Oh, he has become so big. Oh, he became suddenly became one that big. Or every moment change came in the body of the boy or the girl, and then he or she became like that. So it is a change you are giving a name that I am the body. So that is to understand what is I then. Vedanta teaches us to be very practical and really realistic, rather to how to live in the life. Otherwise, we remain ignorant and we cry and we fall life. So to understand life properly, we need to not to avoid. You should be plunging into the work to understand that this world is full of changes. Nothing is permanent, eternal. What is eternal? You, the person who is jumping on it, you who is reacting, who you are fighting to protect it, hold it, kill it, destroy it. You, the consciousness, you misunderstanding body as you, not the body, not the mind, not the think who you are to find the real identity. That is the Vedantic purpose of Vedanta. So it is not a wastage and not to avoid. Is there anything? No. As we grow up from childhood to adulthood, despite our conscious efforts to remain pure in mind and body, some impurities do creep into our mind and character. Which spiritual practice can be practiced to fight off such impurities and remain absolutely pure? Yes, that is our lifelong sadhana. This study helps us, meditation helps us. Think always that in me is that unchanging light of effulgence. We call it Brahman. Or the embodiment of that, an avatar sitting in my heart. Or the meditation process given by our spiritual teachers. Try to think every day and whatever discussing, talk about that, think about that. Then it will bring back our essential purity. We are pure now. Now we are pure. That pure self is here and now. Only these impurities have come, and impurities in the body and mind and emotion and understanding. If we can clean all these pair, chitta suddhi, that's why technical term chitta suddhi. Chitta suddhi, when there's chitta, mind, intellect, ego, and memory all becomes purified. Your memory will be pure. What is our memory now? You did that, she did that, I remember that, I am angry with you, you are worst, I am well. All this rubbish. When you think of your divine self every day, you will be sleeping and you will remember Sarvata Panipadam Tat. There you will find that, oh, in every hand he is walking. Your memory will change. Memory stick. Memory stick is carrying what is input. And you are taking out that, all that will come out. But the memory will be defined as we think that I am pure, I am child of God, I meditate on God, I want to be pure, I don't want to see fault with others. All these noble qualities we take, this will memory will change. So our understanding will change, memory will change, body will change. Also accordingly, Saktika body will be formed. So all this will purify, and then we'll know that we are that divine entity inside. Now, so practice, practice, practice. With that, impurities which has come, impurities will go away. Cloud comes, cloud goes, but the sun remains. Swami Vivekananda's lectures, you see, many places he has mentioned. Clouds may come, clouds may go, but you are the eternal sun. Who our Vedanta Shastra says, Ghanachanna Drishti, Ghanachanna Markam, Yathabadavad Bhati, Ghanachanna Drishti. Your vision has been achanna, covered by darkness. Ghanachanna Drishti, my eyes are covered by darkness. A fog has come. You are driving the car, fog has come. Your drishti has been blocked by the fog. But the road has not gone anywhere. Ghanachanna drishti, Ghanachanna markam, Jatha Baddhavad Bhati. As one entangled in the world and worldliness thinks about that, that is the way the sun eternal is there. My vision has been blocked. Clear the vision, thinking of the light. Darkness, darkness, darkness will not go. Bring light, dark light. Ramakrishna says, 1,000 years, dark house, room will be lighted at one point. So we have to think of light, God, purity, and all impurities will go away. Thank you all. Jai Ma. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna. So okay, see you tomorrow 7:30 for gospel class.